Hey everybody. Hey everybody.
What am I not supposed to be?
Hey everybody. Y'all come on in. Come on in. It is late night chat with me. It's your girl. Come on in so we can get started. Y'all know it's Tuesday. We doing our thing every Tuesday. Every Tuesday. 8:30. We're gonna say ish tonight because had a little something that went on. So y'all come on in. Hey, hey, hey. Hey y'all. What's up? What's up? Y'all know what to do when you come on in. Y'all know. Go ahead, share me out. Share me. Can somebody send me to China real quick? I do want to know how much the tea is over there. Somebody do that for me. And y'all know I don't own not now right to any of this music that y'all are gonna hear. Hey, hey y'all. Thank y'all for coming on in. Thank y'all for coming on in. Go ahead and send me to China. I'm just trying to get to China real quick. I really want to know what the tea is like over there. Somebody know? Anybody know? Can y'all tell me what the tea like over there? Let me pull this up.
Can you unmute me so I can hear you?
You can't hear me?
Or is it me?
You.
Why
Hey
I
y'all.
just heard you before? Maybe it's my earbud. Maybe it don't.
All right. Can y'all hear me? Make sure that y'all can hear me. Y'all can hear me? Let me know. Can y'all hear me? Tell me something in the comments that y'all can hear me. I can hear me. So I'm good. Hey, Auntie. What's up, best friend? Hey, y'all. So, all right, let me go ahead and get started because we're not going to be on here very long on tonight. Tonight is a very, very special night for us. I have some folk. We're gonna come on. Who's gonna come on, and we're just gonna talk a little bit tonight in regards to someone who is near and dear to our hearts, and as you all know, today we celebrate. Hey, okay, thanks, bro. We celebrate an anniversary on today, and so I just wanted to be able to do something. Hey, Pastor Brown, I just wanted to be able to do something that not only shows unity, but it also shows love, and it shows that it show us being who we are as well, right? And so you all know it can go either way. There's always some type of surprise because I don't hold back on anything that I have to say or anything like that. And so tonight we just gonna talk a little bit, and we're gonna talk about someone and some people, I should say, who are near and dear to our heart. Hey, Miss Carrie, y'all come on in. Come on in. Pastor Brown, since you're on here, can you get me to China? That's what I was asking. I need you to share me out to China. And we appreciate that. We really do. Okay. So yeah, with no further ado, we have tonight I have a couple guests that will be coming on, and we're about to go ahead and just jump in, and we're about to talk tonight. So if you all can see, awesome. So tonight we have, can you hear?
I can hear
you
now.
Mute. Val is mute. Let me unmute her. Can you hear now?
She can't hear. See, I had to leave and come back in so I could hear.
Okay.
Leave and come back in, Belinda. Leave and come back.
She is froze. She's froze.
Oh.
You may have to go out and come back in. And we all on the broadcast like this. But this is what we do. This is what we do. All right. So all right. So let me see what's going on with her. All right. All right, so listen, those of you who are on, thank y'all so much for coming in. Make sure that you go ahead, share. So tonight we're going to be talking about none other than the great, the awesome, the mighty, I mean, you know, he just is who he is to all of us, which is none other than the bishop himself, Elder Clarence Warren. We have come in order for us to be able to talk as siblings. We just want to share some memories in regards to who this man is and who he was, is, and is to come to us. So in the middle, we have my sister who's currently frozen. So we're going to see if we can get her fixed. Let me see. Yeah, we can see if we can get her fixed. And she'll have to just come back in. And then we have my brother who's on here. You all know him on Facebook as Master Prince, but his name is just regular Cedric. So I'm a little confused as to why he has chosen to be Master Prince. But you know, tonight is not the night for, you know, all of that. What we want to do is we just want to honor God. Okay, we just want to honor God in all things. All right, there go my sister Val. Can you hear? Can you see? And all of that good stuff. Is she still on?
You know, see.
I can hear now. Can you see me?
Okay.
I hear and I can.
Yeah, I can hear you.
God.
What?
So Mia was talking about you, Val. She said you was old. That's why you couldn't get your phone to work.
Understand what it is.
Cut your wife off. That's probably what it is. Cut your wife off.
I'm cut it on. That's what she probably needs to do. So tonight, we are celebrating 9 years. It's been 9 years, y'all, since the Lord decided that it was time for him to come home. So let's talk about that as soon as she unfreeze. What is going on over there?
This is ratchet.
So we'll start with you. Cedric, tell us a little bit about your relationship with Dad while we work on Belinda. We're gonna work on Belinda. Go ahead.
Well, hello everyone. Dad, I don't know. It's just so much. I don't know. I don't know where to begin. What to say? Like, do I want to say we all know Elder Warren, you know, we know Pastor Warren, but you know, I knew him as Daddy, you know, that's what we called him. Dad was, I don't know, like Dad was, he was an amazing man. And I don't know, I find it interesting that because I usually do very good with this day. Except for this year. Like today's been very emotional. I don't know why. Belinda, you're interrupting my segment. So I'm so glad to have this moment where because you know, our family, we laugh to keep from crying. That's always been our thing. We always, you know, it's amazing how serious Dad was, and to have a bunch of children who are just as goofy as we all are. But that's always been our thing. So I'm glad to have this moment to share with them. So no more tears. But that was always, I don't know, like he was parent wise, he was not the disciplinary with me. Like Daddy never whooped me. I was not scared. I was scared of Daddy, but I wasn't scared of him. You know what I'm saying? Because in the event where I got in trouble, he wasn't gonna be he would have his talk. You know, he was a man of very few words until he had to preach. Then when it was time for him to preach, we could not get him to stop. But other than that, like that, you know, he was a man of very few words. So when it came time, you know, for the disciplinary, it was always mom who did it. He wasn't about that life. He claimed he was, but he wasn't. But dad was so wise, like, and it's amazing, like how much you continue to discover about him, how much I continue to discover about him even after he's been gone. But I mean, of course, I knew it when I was younger. But I mean, just now, like, just that was so wise, like, just from the conversations that we had about life in general and about the word. And he was just, I don't know, like he had a very, I don't know if anyone knows this, like Daddy definitely had a sense of humor. It may not have been likened unto ours, but he definitely had a sense of humor. I ain't gonna tell y'all what his nickname for me was growing up. If y'all big me out,
that's cool. That's cool.
If y'all big me, I'll tell you.
Oh, that's cool.
But it was just always, I don't know, just being around him and with the family, it was always just fun, joy, laughter, great food. Like to have this man who was this amazing, you know, preacher, and then like Dad also cook like none other. Like I have yet Clarence is little Clarence is he come close, but to this man, I mean, he could grill, he could cook, he could bake, like anything you could think of. That man did it, you know what I'm saying? And he was just so, I remember like when I was younger, just looking at Daddy was so cool and everything, like his walk, his talk, his just that everything. And I wanted to be like him so in so many ways. And those are the things that I tend to grasp and hold on to. And think about, you know, when because we all know the amazing preacher Elder Warren, but you know, I like, you know, just regular old Dad. Those are the things I like to think about when we talk about him or we want to memorialize or anything like that. But I feel myself getting a little emotional again, so I'm gonna stop talking. So Val, it's your turn.
If she ever come off the
Oh Lord.
Got her Metro.
Well, hopefully I can speak.
Yeah, just speak. We yeah, you froze, but we can hear you.
Shut up. Shut up. Can you okay. So you were blinking out.
We can hear you.
I don't know what's going on. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can barely hear. Anyway, what were we talking about other than Cedric going on and on about that?
So we were talking about your Wi-Fi at this current moment.
I want to memorialize. What were we doing?
We're trying to figure out why we can't really hear you.
Do I need to add you to my phone plan? Well,
I'm trying to figure that out myself. I'm gonna leave and come back.
Okay. All right. So while she's
I'm gonna leave
doing
and come back. Hold on.
All right.
I'm gonna leave and come back. I'm saying
go ahead.
Well, did she kick me out too when she left?
So no, you're here. So let's talk about. So one time you and I were at Dad's house, and you remember the time that you pushed me off the cliff in the back? So there was a time that we were all at Dad's house, and Dad he had cooked, and Cedric decided there was like a river or something behind Dad's house, and I remember this was like one of the first times that we actually had met up, right? We had just actually gotten in contact with each other, and so we had decided that we was going to spend this particular summer at Dad's house. And so we went, and there was a river that was behind Dad's house, and for some odd reason Cedric decided that he was going to push me into the river behind Dad's house. Yes. And so
Mia.
what happened? Because you pushed me.
I didn't.
Because you pushed me.
I didn't even touch you.
You did. And so he pushed me, and there was like coral. It wasn't like coral or something like that was on the wall. And so I come up, and now I done scraped my knee, my leg. I'm bleeding all over the place. And
wait, Mia, I ain't touch you. I did not touch you.
Yeah, I remember.
Mia got up and lost her balance and fell in the river.
No, you pushed me. It's okay. It's all right. You pushed me. You pushed me back there, and I'm not happy about that. Are you clear now, Belinda? Michelle?
I think I'm up. I changed from the other Wi-Fi to this one. I have two, so I changed to the second one. So can y'all hear me?
We don't need to know that you got two Wi-Fi's, girl. Just
because she got an upstairs and downstairs. So what?
Oh,
I do too.
Sucker. Look, don't hate.
So, Belinda, tell us about Daddy.
Anywho.
Tell us about Daddy. Tell us about your upbringing with Dad, because you have a lot of close and personal upbringing with Dad. So tell us about, being able to be in the house with Dad, and what is that feeling like?
You had a lot more years with him than we did, because you're a lot older than we are. So tell us about the Dad we didn't get to know about 30, 40 years before we came about. Go ahead.
The
Wi-Fi.
Oh,
I almost shot a bird, and I'm going to allow my Christian. Yeah, I'm going to let this bird sit in my hand. I'm going to let the bird stay here. Anywho, we did have some time in the house, but it was. Can you wait? Is it stopping? Is it stopping?
Just keep talking.
Keep going.
You freezing,
Miss, I got two Wi-Fi's. Go ahead.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so, and neither one of them work.
So y'all, let me tell y'all. Hold on 1 second. So y'all, yes, we're definitely live, right? And that doesn't matter to us. But this is literally what it's like when we get together. So let me back up. Some. Because everybody knows, like, when it comes down to my ministry, I'm very transparent. I'm very open about my life and all that type of stuff like that. So let me let y'all know, I have not seen my sister since like 2014. I haven't physically seen my sister since 2014. I think it's been a little bit shorter for Cedric, because we saw each other the last time, I believe it was at a funeral. That may have been like 2016. No, I'm sorry. 2016. Everybody was at the wedding. So that was around, that was like the last time that I actually may have seen everybody. So that's what you all are getting right now. So the vibes and the kiki-king and the laughing and all of that, that's what you're getting. You're getting the time that we have missed out on each other. But just so y'all know, our sister, right, it's only two girls. And with her being the oldest, she's the bougie one of the family. So that's why she got two Wi-Fi's. I got two Wi-Fi's, but neither of them are working right now. So we apologize currently for the technical difficulties that we're having. But again, this is just this is us. We just wanted to come together and talk about. Y'all see how she does me, right? And this how she does. So yeah. So if your Wi-Fi is working, can you tell us a little bit about being in the house?
I told you Red was on to stop all that cussing, and you started shooting birds.
So tell us a little bit about being in the house with Daddy.
I'm sorry, Reb. So being in the house with Daddy, listen. Mama and Daddy got divorced when I was 5, so it's still some limited time that we were in the house together. But the laid back dad that we all had, it's just same. I, on the other hand, got one whooping. I think it was forced by mama. Yeah, I think he was trying to prove a point. And like everybody else, everybody else's mom probably got upset with daddy too, because every time they went to him about something about us, all we got was that, and that was about it. It never really anything extended. So that never changed. He just, it was just, and I think I parent the same. I don't really say a whole lot. You just
No,
kind of,
you do.
let it go. But
You
my
do.
biggest memory of dad, at least the one that I remember the most, um, is when I was in elementary school. We used to have these days where your parents could come have lunch with you, and I always tease, he didn't have a real job. He was just a preacher. He's able to come and do lunch, and he would always come in full preacher gear. So they have a casual. His casual was like Stacey Adams dress pants and the dress shirt without the tie. But he would come in full suit mode, like Webby, and show up. And so everybody, and he was like tall and dark, and all of the teachers were like, "Who is that? Who is that?" And he would come and eat lunch. So that was like my most fondest memory of him. But even then, he was outside the house. I mean, but being in the house, I can't really remember because it was only from 1 to 5.
So being a
So that's
PK,
one of my biggest memories of him. My greatest memories.
being a PK, Valinda didn't really
Go to church.
okay, so Valinda didn't really go, to church too often. Cedric and I and Chandler Cedric and I and Chandler, we were the ones that were actually in church, and we went to the conventions and all that kind of stuff like that. So with that, like being a PK, how was it being a PK, and not just any PK, right? Because our dad is not just any dad. He's just not. And everybody, that we come in contact with, especially in the Primitive Baptist, a lot of people know him, and they know him to be this just walking Bible dictionary, just commentator. You could call him at 2:00 in the morning and he's like, Isaiah 2 and 5. And I'm like, what? Why? That type of thing. So how was it just knowing that you have a dad who he's he's like a TD Jakes in the Primitive Baptist. Let's just call a thing for what it is.
Me, I think because my dad was common. So
Bro.
I knew
Since I ain't go to church, I don't think I should answer. that wasn't me.
I was very aware of what he was, and even what he was within our association. But to me, he was just regular old dad. So I was no ways pressed. Like like it, yeah, I don't know. Like I never used the dad card. It was just dad. Like, so I don't know. We're really using his, or just I was way expressed. I will say the only time I did try to use his name, or to get, was every year during his anniversary, and I'm still mad because I told them the preachers get a table, the children should have a table, so I ain't got to wait in line to get this plate on Daddy's anniversary. And that was the only time. But other than that, like, it was just dad, so it didn't really resonate. What about with you, Mia?
going to the conventions, we have some giants that walk in our conventions, and just being able to see them when we're there, it does bring a sense of boldness, and it brings a little bit more of an attitude than I already have, simply because you get to walk in those steps of saying, that's my dad. Like, that's my dad. So we have our oldest sibling. He's the oldest out of everybody. Everyone's
Even daddy, he
he
was older than him.
You know what? Shut up, Cedric.
So we know
so
he got
so we have our oldest brother. So Clarence, tell us a little bit about dad as you knew him. And then we have my husband who jumped on. What's up, Pastor Jay? We're gonna have Pastor Jay, because Pastor Jay has known dad all his life as well. And so we want him to be able to jump in and talk. And then we're gonna shift just a little bit in this, and then we're gonna head out, because we can laugh and giggle all night long.
Oh. Well, my memories of dad, like I said, with Belinda, like I said, when my parents got divorced, I was 7 or 8. But I actually stayed with my dad when I got out of the Army. So staying with him and hanging out with Elder Adams and Pastor Pritchett and Mr. Sykes and all of them, just being around them was just, to learn from them. One thing I took away from my dad never pushed church on any of us, but it was like, if you want to go, you can go. If you don't go, don't go. That's up to you. You're a grown man. Do what you want to do.
That's why Belinda didn't go.
It's amazing
how I was about to say that's your problem now.
It's amazing to me how my sister, talking about you, Mia, the rebel turned out to be
the preacher.
The minister. I gotta call it how I see it.
Yeah.
You're the rebel out of all of us.
Yeah.
You turned out. I mean, you are a blessing.
Thank you.
She was the rebel and the fighter.
Yes, she was.
Just call a thing a thing.
But being around dad, now I don't remember y'all talked about you got pushed. Cedric pushed you into the river. That was actually the bay. Back there. That was back when, what was that? The apartment complex.
Yeah, Kokeniki.
Yeah, Kokeniki. Yeah, I stayed there. I don't remember that situation, but if you say he pushed you, then,
he pushed me.
Okay, now I believe you, because I know Cedric.
Okay.
I would not push her in the water. Like, if it was
you would.
Baby,
Cedric, yes,
I did not push her in that river.
You pushed the Cedric.
Yeah, he pushed me in that water.
And I thought she was playing, because why did Nadia, like, she did that same thing, because Nadia, when she used to lose her back, whoa, Mia stood up and did that, whoa. And I was like, she need to stop playing, because if she fall in this water for it, and she fell in the water, I hollered, I screamed, but I was scared, because I'm not going to go in there and get her. I don't know how deep this is, but I mean, she came on out. But I promise y'all, I did not touch her. Mia lost her balance and fell in that water.
He pushed me in that water. Pastor Jay, tell us about your relationship with Elder Clarence Warren.
Who that said, "Oh Lord"? They all know me. But what's up, y'all? Prince, Clarence, Belinda. It's good to see Belinda. Y'all daddy was bomb, though. Y'all daddy was bomb. I learned a lot from him. Even times when I'm standing on Sunday morning, I recall some of the things that he would say if I happened to be preaching from a scripture that he preached from. And I would end up saying some of the things that he would say. I've never been one to plagiarize, so I always give respect. So just about everybody in Daytona know about Clarence L. Warren as well, simply because I definitely keep his memory alive. But beyond the pulpit, because he was who he was, a walking Bible in the pulpit. But more than that, I think I admire the late night talk at the convention.
Yes.
Y'all dad, first of all, he didn't eat too much hotel food. So he was always going off the premises.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm let that stay right there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was always
Mm.
he was always off the premises. But I had a lot of opportunity to be with him. Even drove him around a few times, and we would just go to a restaurant and he'll just download, like literally just download. And I appreciate it. I remember when I first got married to y'all sister, and she thought it was a joke, but I really didn't take it as a joke. I really meant it. People would ask me at the beginning of our marriage what was one thing that I was grateful for, and I responded that I married Clarence Warren's daughter.
Mm.
And she would be like, "Really?" That's all. Well, I mean, it's either her or Belinda, right? And then me and Mia was raised together, it just kind of worked out that way. But yeah, y'all dad was born. I miss him a lot, a lot.
Hold on, Rev, because I done got mad.
Uh-oh.
Nah, you say you drove him around.
See, I knew this was coming.
Awesome. See,
It better have been in your car and not in that Cadillac. He wouldn't let me drive. I know.
No, he didn't let me get the Cadillac.
Started.
Nope.
Okay.
You talking about the Cadillac, the STS? Or I mean the CTS?
Yeah,
No, he didn't let me get that.
Oh, I had that plenty of days. What you mean?
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, listen.
So stupid, man.
So listen. So yes, so that was a fly guy, right? He dressed good, he smelled good.
Oh yeah, I got a few of his tires
the
too.
Cars that had good cars. I don't know why Cedric didn't get to drive none. The Lexus and the never mind. Okay, so you didn't drive none of them. Sorry. Okay, so so also on today, we also celebrate so my husband and I share this day. It's not sweet at all actually for either of us, because 4 years after our dad transitioned, his father transitioned on the same day. And so Jermaine and I, Pastor Jay and I, we share this day in celebration of our fathers together. So Pastor Jay, tell us, what is that like, having to have your moment, and then also allowing me to have my moment on the same day? What does that look like for you?
It's tough. It's definitely tough, but I think being that we do share this moment on the same day, there's the blessing in it is, with us sharing this day, both of our fathers, it's not too much that we can actually say we celebrate apart. And so even with the death of our father, being that it's on the same day, we're able to support one another, be there for one another, laugh and cry, on and for each other on the same day. So we literally exchange strength. It's weird, but that's us.
How was your day today? How did you manage today?
I echo the words of Seth. Today, today was rough. Today was very rough. Um, I didn't want to talk. I completely shut my phone off for all but 2 hours in the middle of the day. But yeah, I just wanted that time, just to be by myself and take it all in, and just embrace it. Um, Today also was one of the first days where I made up in my mind that whatever emotions came, I would let them come freely.
Yeah.
Um, I before today I hadn't done that, and so my family, my siblings, I've pretty much been the strong one, which is kind of crazy because I'm the daddy boy. Um, but yeah, today, whatever emotions came, just let it flow. And I didn't feel like being bothered today, so I shut it all down. When I felt like talking, I powered the phone back up, and then I called the people that I wanted to talk to. I appreciate
Okay.
everybody. I've gotten a ton of text messages and missed phone calls. I'll never be able to get to all of those phone calls and text messages, but you know, just general consensus. I appreciate everybody, as I'm sure y'all do as well. You know, this this day this day really can become overwhelming
Mhm.
because of the men our parents, our fathers were. And as I shared on my Facebook post, you know, um, as selfish as I want to be, sometimes when it comes to him, R.L. Fuller Jr., I realized that um, he had a major impact on a lot of people. So the least I could do, since we're on that social media platform, the least I could do was, share my sentiments and my memories on Facebook and allow people to embrace that, share their comments or whatever they want to do, so that they can also be a part of that experience. So I'm learning every year not to shut people out. And saying that, I do need to again thank God for my wife. Mia has really helped in that department of not shutting people out. Um, Starting with her, of course, but yeah, you live and you learn as time grows. I believe all of us though can attest to the fact that that was a lie from the pits of hell when they said it gets better.
Hmm.
It does not get better. We just grow and we learn how to deal with it better. Yeah, but it don't get better.
So let me come kind of sideways. Again, anyone who knows me knows. I ask some type of questions. So my question to you, Pastor Jay, and then I'm gonna shift back to the siblings. Um, Diddy, that's his name from me. Diddy did not meet Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
So what is that emotion for you to know that Diddy was here for all of your siblings' children,
Mm-hmm.
and all of them, all of them.
Yeah.
He was here for all of their births and them growing up, and a few of them, into adulthood, all of that. But Dallas won't ever have that time with him. Dallas won't get to know him on the level that the other grandkids know him. She will only
Right.
be able to know him, reference him as of what she heard.
Right.
So what is that feeling for you to know that Dallas won't ever, and it's on both ends, because she won't be able to meet her grandfather on either end.
For me, I'll take it a bit further than that. To be again a daddy's boy and to know that he missed like two major moments in my life. My father died the same year that I was to get married. Had taken care of everything. I think that drove me crazy. I was really upset for a while with that because I just felt like he was getting everything in order for that transition. So yeah, he missed my wedding, and then Dallas, he missed my first biological child. Um, so yeah, it's a lot of mixed emotions.
Okay.
Again, you learn how to cope with it. But yeah, for a long time, I was mad. I was mad with my father simply because again, I'm his boy, and I knowing how Daddy left here, there's days that I feel like had he called on me, and of course, I've already shared this with you, had he called me, because I currently pastor the church that he pastored for 2 decades.
Mm-hmm.
Why in the world would God send me to that church of all churches? I will never know. Um, but I just feel like, had he allowed me to help him in that final year, I feel like my daddy would have still been here. And so, I was upset for a long time because he's so independent. He was so independent.
Right.
You couldn't help him do anything, even after his surgery. Uh, you just couldn't help him do nothing. So, yeah.
Okay. So, Clarence, you are the eldest of the clan. How many of us is it?
Why I gotta put me on the spot like that? why I gotta be put on the
Start
spot?
counting. Start
Okay,
counting.
so from what I was told,
No.
what me and Belinda counted, we counted 9. But what I was
Wow.
told that there's probably 13.
Yes. So we have 2 sets of twin
2 sets of
brothers.
twins, and let's see. So that's 4. You, Cedric, Chan, Belinda, myself,
Christopher.
Jesus, that's 9.
Chris.
So that I think that accounts for the 9.
Yeah, we ain't got no more fingers.
Yeah, that's about it. And then there's other ones that are out there. Supposedly, I think in the Gainesville area, from what I was told.
Yeah, oh my nerve. Okay. So we definitely want to I believe it's time that we reach out. I definitely I've tried to keep in contact with Chris. He knows about Dallas. And every now and then again he'll let me know about his shows and all of that he has going on. Of course, the baby boy Chan. A lot of people know Chan. Chan is he's the musician of the family. He's not the best singer. However, he's not here to defend himself, so we won't go there. But he is the musician
congratulate him because he's recently become a father.
He is a new daddy.
Yeah.
Yes. He is a new dad. So yes, congratulations, Chan. We are definitely proud of you. He's stepping up already to his daddy duties.
Mm-hmm.
We got to see her. She's a little tiny little thing. But yes, she's definitely making some strides right now. So excited about that. So if you were to, Clarence, if you had the opportunity right now to to say anything to any of our siblings that are out there. They're watching. As the big brother, as the elder statesman of our family. What would you tell all of us?
What would I tell y'all? What I would say is, at this point, we need to get together. We need to get together while we're alive, and just come together as a family.
That's good.
Like I said, we haven't done anything in a while. That would be the first thing. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say what I would say to all of y'all. What I would say to Cedric, that one right there, is Cedric, I'm a better cook. So yeah, I heard that conversation. I heard you, but
You the better cook. I mean, you better than me. I give you that. You wasn't better than Daddy.
No, I wasn't better than Daddy. Not at all.
No,
Not at all.
Not better than Daddy.
No. There's some things I could do better than him, but as far as overall, no, Dad was he was the one. I don't know. There's not much I don't know. I don't know what I would say. I think Valinda's better than that than I am.
Okay, Miss Two Wi-Fi's. What would you tell us, being the second oldest of the clan? You 176 years old. Come on. These is Clan Swans churning.
Pastor Jay, I apologize for my sister in advance.
Listen, I'm used to the Baptist finger, but since she ain't go to church,
So she don't know which one to put up. That's the wrong finger, Val.
Yes.
I'm sorry. My finger keeps getting cramps. Yeah, my finger, I got arthritis in my finger. It keeps getting stuck.
Sit on your hand.
Listen.
Oh, Lord.
I don't taking care of ourselves, and I think that one thing that I would say, especially during times like this, when we're celebrating the anniversary of our parents on transitioning to the other side with us, right? And so they're with us in ways now that they couldn't be with us when they were here physically.
That's
so
good.
I would say that you should cherish those moments of just being able to talk to them all the time. I talk to Daddy all the time. So when this day comes, because I feel like my connection with him is probably more intensified now that he has transitioned to the other side than even when he was here physically. Because I already know the presence is with me all the time. And so I don't get sad in moments that he's not physically here, because I know that he's here with us spiritually. As Cedric had posted something here about, wanting Daddy to be there when he graduates from school, and I've commented that he would be there. And so to Jay, to all of the rest of us, I know that we're sad that they're not here physically, but knowing spiritually that they are here with us at all times, that he's had your parents, all of them have had before she got here. They can still see her growing up. In moments that you're celebrating, they're always with us. It helps to not feel sad on days.
That's
like
good.
this.
That's a good
We're
thing.
all believers, whether I went to church or not. We're all believers, and we know that that we'll see them on the other side. But knowing that they have connections with us from the other side, so have the insight to know that they're always with you, and more when they were here physically, then it will help you on days like this and other days to come, on birthdays, celebrations. Just know that they are still present with us in a very real way.
That's good.
That's good, Belinda. Yeah, get your Wi-Fi fixed, please.
Yeah, please.
Please.
Go back to the other one.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello.
Love you too. Good seeing you.
Love you.
Love
Please
y'all.
get that fixed. So
I did a speech. Did anybody hear my speech?
Barely.
Yes.
We did.
Yeah, we heard something.
We got bits and pieces of it. We think we know what you're saying.
We put it together.
So like growing up, there was Clarence and Belinda, me and Cedric, Chan.
This the last supper.
EK, Chan was the last to come in.
That we know of. Oh, that was shade. Oh, said I'm gonna mute my mic.
Said, please be live, Cedric, please.
So we know our dad, right? We know our dad. This is not Shane. We ain't listen. If it's almost like we want to post down at the bottom and say if you think you might be one of our siblings, call us, because we know we have additional siblings out there. Like I said, we have we know about Terrence and Clarence. It's so late. We know about Terrence and Clarence. We have the oldest that I believe is Justin Jonathan, if I'm not mistaken. Justin and Rodney. Okay. And so, we really do want to get to them. We want to know who they are. I've always been a believer in knowing who your people is, and no matter what, even if it was a time that we are able to just meet up and say hello, and everybody still maybe go their separate ways if that's the case, but at least everybody just be able to get together so we know who everybody is, and definitely want to do that particular check-in, because none of us are getting younger, and again, the baby, he's already had a baby on us, and Cedric, we're not even concerned.
Aging backward.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what was that, Cedric?
All I'm about to get a tattoo. We'll talk about that later. Okay. Continue. Again, I'm very transparent about my life and that which the Lord allows me to be transparent in, right? Because we all know that there are certain things that he'll be like, don't do that, they not ready for that yet. But this is a part of my life that I'm very vocal about, is when it comes down to my siblings. I've had them. We've met, we've chat, all of that good stuff. They've been around school and all of that, and it's a privilege to be able to know who your siblings are, because you never know when the other one is going through something. So siblings are the ones who should be able to come together to help understand it a little bit better. And so even with our oldest brother, we should be able to call, and not to say that we can't or anything. He's never told us we couldn't, but we would be able to call him to say, hey, can I get a story about daddy, so we can, get through this day or get through this moment. And we all have our moments when it comes down to him. And like Belinda said, he didn't do the whoopings and things and all of that. And anytime
yes,
I was on who?
Well, he did good children.
Yes, he did. He did the whoopings.
Daddy I never got that part.
Okay, yeah, that's me. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah.
So
the ones that did go to church.
Yeah, we
Excuse
we didn't
me?
get the whippings. And what's funny is whenever I was on punishment, that's when I went to daddy's house. I went to daddy's house when I got on punishment because
Mm.
he got the food, he had the Oreos. That's where my Oreo addiction come from. He had, he had everything that I needed. So I
Yeah.
was always at dad's
Movies.
and the movies, yes. And so I encourage even those out there, right? Because at the end of the day, who I am is I am your self-determination mentor. And so what I want to challenge you to do is if you have family out there, regardless of if it's a cousin, an uncle, a brother, a sister, a cousin, whoever it is, reach out. Try to find them because I guarantee there's something that you have been through. There's something that you may are dealing with that will be able to help that particular individual. We keep in contact in our own way. This crew right here, and like I said, we have a baby brother who is currently working. Hallelujah. Is at work right now. And again, Terrence and Clarence, they're both working as well. And so we all have our way of being able to contact and connect with each other, but we need to make sure that, y'all that are out there and you're watching this is our life for real. Y'all, this is us for real, for real. Like, this is our reality. Our reality is I didn't meet Cedric until I was in my teens. I was in high school, right? I was going to high school, I think.
Really?
When I actually met my brother, I had already known about Clarence and Belinda. I knew about them, but I didn't meet Cedric until I want to say I was going into high school, when we actually kindled up.
Really? It was that long?
Right. I mean, I knew it had been some time.
We were older.
I mean, yeah, we were older, but you're much older than I as well. So yeah, you're probably right.
I'm not that much older than you. Oh my gosh. So again,
what's going on with Cedric this next month? What's the
So y'all, I have finally I went back to school, and
are we graduating this year?
My degree that I came to Tallahassee and started a few years ago.
I mean, like 20 years ago?
Don't
I'm just saying 20 years.
It has not been no 20 years. Either way.
What Chandler is 23.
Hey, we didn't ask you about to do no math.
I'm just saying, I'm happy that you're in school finally.
So next month you're graduating. Finally.
April 23rd. Yes, it has been a very long journey.
Wow.
So you graduated with Jada.
To finally close this chapter.
So you
That's what's up. Congratulations, man.
Oh, yes. I'm a little mad because COVID is really putting a stank on my day, with the 2 invitations we get, but I'm still gonna, celebrate and lift it up, and hopefully everyone can make it. Oh,
well, when you finish celebrating,
Tallahassee all the time and tell me at the last minute. But yes.
Well, listen. But when you finish commencement up there in Tallahassee, slide on down to Daytona.
Oh, that's fine. I got to get I got to get oil change. Hold on, let me. Tires rotating. Come on down.
Cedric, if you could encourage the hearts of the people that are watching on tonight, and we do have a few because what I did not tell y'all is that we're actually live right now on 3 different platforms. So we got a few people that are watching us. So if you could encourage them, knowing the relationship that we not only had with Dad, and the reality of our life and coming together later on in the years and all of that, if you could encourage anybody, what would you say?
I would say, like Mia said, how she was, saying that encouraging people to go out and reach out and be whomever or meet whomever. I will also say, don't get caught up in what people or society may try to define as, what family is. Family,
That's good.
we're taught growing up, family is defined by love, not by blood. But even with your blood relatives, don't let nobody define what kind of relationship you have to have with. No one would have ever knew me and Mia came together as late as we did. Like when they see us together, because we acted the same, we talked the same, we thought we legit came out the womb together, was raised up in the house, you know what I'm saying? So, and we were able to find, I don't know, it's weird how we are. But yeah, like we were able to define, that relationship and what that looked like and what it smelled like. And, so I would encourage you to not be so caught up on society norms. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And take a leap, a step of faith, you know what I'm saying? And go out there and you get to define what it is, what kind of, like you said, we can have an instant, a situation where we get together, we all come together, and we all make our separate ways, and that's fine. If that's what works for you, you define, your relationship with whomever, and don't get so caught up on, society norms or standard norms as to what that's supposed to look like and feel like and smell like. That would be my little tidbit.
Okay, Valinda, whichever Wi-Fi is working, would you like to encourage the people tonight? If there was anything that you could say just to encourage them, just again, based on our relationship with Dad, the relationship that we have as siblings, would you have anything to encourage them with? If you're working,
I was trying to the router so that I could have a better connection. Can you hear me? I know you can't see me now.
I can.
Yeah,
We can hear you.
You black.
I mean, it doesn't matter as far as how many siblings you have, how many other parents that might be involved. I always like to say we have a very dysfunctional, functional family. Like, regardless to everything, we all love each other. We all call each other's moms, and it's just all love. And so you have to see past all of that and be able to just embrace each other and just love on everybody. Take the time to love on everybody. I guess that's all I have to add.
Okay. Clarence, you have anything you would like to add?
No, y'all said it right. Don't forget to add. I'm good.
All right, Pastor Jay, you have anything you would like to add? Overall,
no, not really. I think it's pretty much been said. I will leave this, as Clarence Cedric said, tidbit. That's my family, so I can talk about it. You out there in Facebook land and other social media platforms, you better not come no way but right. Leave it at that. I can say what I want to say. You can't.
Okay, come on, Webby, with the blade.
See, y'all know. Emma add. See, no. See, now
That part.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank everybody for joining us on tonight as we just kind of went down memory lane, focusing and directing our attention to the late yet but the great Dr. Elder C.L. Warren, and also Pastor R.L. Fuller, as well,
Junior.
and so Junior, yes, Junior and Senior, the second. And so, y'all, self-determination is really something that you definitely have to find within. It's something that you have to put your mindset to and say, hey, you know what, that is something I need to do. That's something I want to do. So I'm gonna just go out and do it. When it comes down to family, like he said, a lot of time, when we was growing up, we used to say stuff like blood is thicker than water. However, what I found out is that sometimes in that water, okay, and that water, it may have been a little troubled, but sometimes it was better than some of the blood that I did have. And so, regardless of what, the love that we all have for each other is what have always been able to bring us right back together, no matter what the circumstances, no matter what and we're siblings, so we argue and all of that good stuff. I don't think I've ever argued with Valinda. She's too bougie and she don't know how to fight. So it wasn't no need. But the boys, they boys. So, I always got into it with them. She can't fight. So it's okay. It's all right.
I don't blame you, Val. You too pretty to be fighting. I try to tell your sister that, but that don't work.
It's okay. But we just wanted to jump on and just have a little fun, and just be able to encourage everyone. And if I could encourage my siblings, I'll just say that you all just continue to be exactly who you all are. I am super proud that Cedric, you are finally graduating. Hallelujah. And we thank God that He has kept you all of these 40 years that you've been in Tallahassee to get this degree. All right, so we're grateful that we're grateful that he allowed you to be able to come out. I am so super excited for my two older siblings, Clarence and Belinda. Thank God for you all. And Belinda is she's an empty nester technically. Our two nieces that she gave us, they're up and out. I think they're home now because of COVID, but they're up and out, and so you did a phenomenal job raising those two girls. Beautiful girls, beautiful, both of them. Just smart as all, like, because they get it from their auntie, just like that. So
I had to finish.
So what?
I had to finish one of them.
Oh my Lord,
Cedric.
I digress on that one.
Belinda never.
So we thank y'all so much for joining our dysfunctional night, because that's really what this.
Hold on, Mia. Before we close, now I'm gonna need you to do this, and I know it's gonna hurt, but it's fine. It's okay.
You know what?
I'm gonna need you to go ahead before all the peoples. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and finally admit who Daddy's favorite was. Go ahead and tell me.
I don't know.
Oh, that's simple. That's simple, Cedric. That's
who the favorite.
Lord.
I didn't ask y'all. I said, Mia, you tell them. It's your show. It's your show. Tell the people that I was Daddy's favorite. Go ahead.
What I can tell you all is, when it comes down to my dad, I know that currently right now, my sister, she is popping, that skin is glowing, she is absolutely beautiful, but I am the second light-skinned child of my father, period. That's what I can say. So I would have to say that I would be Dad's favorite.
So you ain't ready.
I'm also Dad's preacher too. So definitely I know I'm his favorite now. How about that? So
Valinda ain't here to defend herself because her Wi-Fi ain't working.
Man,
her Wi-Fi working.
Listen, it's been so much fun hanging out with you all. You all, my family, y'all stay on real quick, and then everybody else, y'all have a good night. Thank y'all so much for joining us. It is Mia Smith Fuller LLC. We will be right here every Tuesday night, 8:30 to 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be late night talk with me. Y'all have a good night.
Good night.
Listen.